Mun shot by police while allegedly resisting arrest during domestic violence intervention. Newsroom: a domestic violence intervention in Sophia escalated into a confrontation on Wednesday night, resulting in police officers shooting a man who allegedly resisted arrest and brandished a firearm. The suspect, identified as 25-year-old Quincy Morris, is currently in stable condition under police guard at the Georgetown Public Hospital. The incident occurred around 21:30 hours after police received a call from Turkian Police Station regarding a domestic violence complaint. The victim, an 18-year-old sales representative, reported that Morris had assaulted her. Police ranks, including a corporal and a constable, accompanied the victim to Morris' residence in Eve Field, Sophia. Upon arrival, Morris was not at home, but as officers were leaving the premises, he approached with a group of approximately 20 men. Officers informed Morris of the domestic violence allegations and attempted to arrest him. He allegedly resisted, declaring, "I am not going anywhere, this is Sophia," before drawing a handgun from his waistband and pointing it at the officers. In response, one of the officers fired a single shot, striking Morris in the upper thigh. Amid the commotion, one of Morris' associates reportedly retrieved the firearm and fled the scene. The officers called for backup, and Morris was apprehended and transported to the Georgetown Public Hospital for treatment. Police have since launched an investigation into the incident, questioning multiple individuals and working to recover the firearm. Authorities have reaffirmed their commitment to protecting victims of domestic violence and ensuring the safety of officers during interventions. Jagdeo affirms confidence in Anil Nandlall amid allegations by social media activist. Demerara waves: General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, PPP, Jagdeo, reaffirmed his confidence in Attorney General and PPP executive member Anil Nandlall amidst unsubstantiated claims by social media activist Melissa Atwell. Jagdeo dismissed the allegations as unverified and reiterated his long-standing approach to handling such matters. "If there's solid proof, then that's a different matter, but as of now, Anil Nandlall enjoys my confidence as General Secretary of the party," Jagdeo said during a press briefing on Thursday. He further stated that the PPP would act appropriately if verifiable information comes to light, emphasizing that the party has consistently refrained from responding to baseless rumors. The allegations, which were circulated via a series of Facebook posts by Atwell, claimed that Nandlall leaked confidential information to her. Nandlall has categorically denied these accusations, stating that he has never met or communicated with Atwell. To defend his reputation, Nandlall has initiated a 100 million Guyanese dollars defamation lawsuit against Atwell, citing significant damage to his personal and professional standing. Despite the controversy, Nandlall remains confident in his political future, dismissing suggestions that the allegations would undermine his career. The Attorney General is widely regarded as a potential presidential candidate for the 2030 elections, further underscoring the importance of maintaining his credibility and reputation. Jagdeo acknowledged that the PPP has faced numerous rumors and allegations over the years, many of which lacked evidence. "So far, I've not dealt with any unverified information. There's no way of proving these matters," he remarked, highlighting the party's commitment to due process and evidence-based decision-making. As the situation unfolds, the PPP remains focused on upholding its principles and addressing challenges with integrity. Vice President Jagdeo clarifies timeline for $100,000 cash grant distribution. Vice President Jagdeo today addressed the timeline for the distribution of the government's $100,000 cash grant, emphasizing that while public servants, pensioners, and other registered citizens are expected to receive their grants before Christmas or in January, the remaining eligible Guyanese will have to wait until after the 2025 national budget is passed. Speaking at a press conference, Mr. Jagdeo explained that the scale of the initiative requires careful planning and execution, including a comprehensive registration process, which will take several months to complete. The distribution process will take about 5 months. For now, we aim to prioritize public servants, pensioners, and other registered individuals. Based on technical assessments, we anticipate registering and distributing grants to approximately 300,000 persons by the end of the year, the Vice President said. The Vice President reiterated the government's commitment to ensuring that every eligible citizen receives the grant. He urged Guyanese to remain patient as the necessary systems are implemented to ensure transparency and prevent corruption. This is a massive undertaking, but we are committed to doing it right. The systems we're building will not only help with this initiative but will also pave the way for more efficient grant distributions in the future, Mr. Jagdeo assured. The government remains focused on delivering the cash grant as promptly as possible, with a view to supporting citizens during this critical time. Public servants to receive retroactive salary increases and year-end cash grant. Newsroom: Vice President Dr. Jagdeo has reaffirmed the government's commitment to providing retroactive salary increases for public servants in their December pay packages. During a press conference on Thursday, Dr. Jagdeo clarified that the increases, retroactive to January 1, 2024, will be dispersed before the end of the year. Salary increases are a given for public servants, and it will be included in their December pay, Dr. Jagdeo stated, emphasizing the administration's efforts to improve the livelihoods of public sector workers. Additional financial relief. In addition to the retroactive salary adjustments, the Vice President announced a one-off cash grant of $100,000 for public servants, which will also be distributed before year-end. This initiative aims to further alleviate financial pressures faced by workers and demonstrate the government's continued support for its workforce. Commitment to public sector support. The People's Progressive Party Civic, PPP/C, government has consistently prioritized public sector welfare. Last year, a 6.5% across-the-board salary increase was implemented, benefiting public servants, teachers, members of the disciplined services, constitutional office holders, and government pensioners. The Vice President reaffirmed the government's dedication to ensuring fair compensation and enhancing the economic stability of Guyana's workforce. 182 domestic violence reports made via 914 hotline in 2024. Newsroom. The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security has reported that 182 domestic violence cases have been flagged through its 24-hour toll-free 914 hotline so far this year. This figure represents part of the more than 6,000 calls received through the service in 2024, underscoring its importance as a critical reporting and support mechanism. Speaking on the issue, Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vindhyavasini Prasad, highlighted the alarming prevalence of domestic violence and child abuse in the country. In addition to the domestic violence reports, the hotline received 292 reports related to child abuse, illustrating the broader challenges of violence and neglect within households. The statistics reflect a clear picture of what is happening in our country, Dr. Prasad stated. We must be proactive in this fight to eliminate gender-based violence. Whenever there is a case of gender-based violence, we must report it, even if it has nothing to do with us. Don't turn a blind eye. Comprehensive Support Framework. The 914 hotline, launched in December 2020, is part of the ministry's broader efforts to tackle domestic violence and gender-based abuse. Complementary initiatives include the iMatter app, a digital tool to provide resources and support for victims. The Cop Squad initiative, which trains police officers to handle domestic violence cases sensitively and effectively, ensuring victims are heard and supported. Dr. Prasad urged the public to leverage these resources, emphasizing that collective action is crucial to eradicating gender-based violence. We have created a framework that starts with reporting and extends to support and intervention. But it requires public involvement to ensure that no case goes unreported, she said. The ministry continues to collaborate with regional and international partners, including the Spotlight Initiative, to combat violence against women and children. For assistance or to report a case, call the 914 hotline anytime or access resources via the iMatter app. Government urges UG students to apply for student loan write-off as applications lag. Kaider News. The government of Guyana is calling on University of Guyana, UG, graduates to take advantage of its student loan write-off initiative, with applications currently coming in slower than anticipated. Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, emphasized the importance of applying while highlighting recent steps taken to streamline the process. Speaking to reporters on Tuesday, Minister Singh revealed that the Student Loan Agency has simplified its application procedure, introducing an online portal for greater convenience. We now have an online portal where applicants can simply click on a link, submit their application, and it goes directly to the Student Loan Agency for processing, Dr. Singh explained. I've also instructed the agency to increase its capacity to process these applications quickly. The Loan Write-Off Initiative, part of the government's commitment to alleviating financial burdens on citizens, has already benefited 346 persons, with $203.7 million in student debt written off as of the 2024 mid-year report. An additional 2,900 persons are expected to benefit before the end of the year. Minister Singh urged individuals with outstanding loans to act quickly. If you have an outstanding student loan, it's in your interest to clear that debt. Our government is providing this opportunity to remove that financial burden, and we want as many people as possible to benefit from this initiative. Removal of tuition fees starting January 2025. The government has also announced the elimination of tuition fees at UG, effective January 1, 2025. Minister Singh emphasized that this transformative policy will make higher education more accessible and affordable, aligning with the administration's goal of universal education. The removal of tuition fees will affect scholarship recipients, as they will no longer be required to cover tuition costs. However, the government will continue to offer scholarships with stipends to support students with other expenses. Adjustments to the scholarship program are being discussed to reflect this change. Our goal is to ease financial obligations and ensure education is accessible to all, Minister Singh stated. We are committed to removing barriers and will continue to adapt our programs to meet the needs of our students. The government's efforts to promote education affordability highlight its dedication to fostering a more educated and empowered workforce in Guyana. National Assembly approves $30.5 billion for initial phase of $100,000 cash grant distribution. Qaeda News, November 28, 2024. The National Assembly has approved $30.5 billion in supplementary funding to facilitate the initial distribution of the one-off $100,000 cash grant to citizens aged 18 years and older. The approval was granted by the Committee of Supply on Wednesday, marking the first phase of a broader $60 billion initiative. Prime Minister retired Brigadier Mark Phillips assured the National Assembly that every eligible citizen will receive the grant by early 2025. He explained that the $30.5 billion would cater to the initial phase, with the remaining funds to be allocated by the end of the financial year. Today is the 27th of November, the financial year ends on the 31st of December. We will disperse the approved funds quickly, and any additional allocations needed will be included in the next budget cycle, the Prime Minister stated. Opposition MPs raised questions regarding the sufficiency of the approved funds and the timeline for distribution. MP Sherwayne Holder pointed out that the approved amount accounts for approximately 305,000 persons, raising concerns about coverage for the entire eligible population. Prime Minister Phillips reaffirmed the government's commitment to ensuring all eligible persons receive the grant and emphasized the streamlined registration process to facilitate efficient distribution. Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance and the public service, Dr. Ashni Singh, clarified the requirement for public servants and other citizens to register. He noted that the registration process is essential to prevent duplication and ensure accurate disbursement of funds. This is a very simple, basic registration process, Dr. Singh explained. Each community has a registration schedule that includes specific dates, times, and locations. Public servants are being registered through their agencies, and additional registration is taking place in communities to ensure inclusivity. The government has outlined a four-step process for efficient distribution. Registration, a community-based schedule for in-person registration. Verification, ensuring the eligibility of registrants. Approval, consolidation of verified data. Distribution, disbursement of the one-off $100,000 cash grant. The initiative aims to support citizens across Guyana, with the government pledging to address concerns and ensure transparency throughout the process.